Keytours Vacation's software technology arm, Keybrain, has developed a sophisticated travel booking and management system. This system makes it easy to personalize complex trip itineraries. In this video, we'll show you an example of how to use the system as we personalize a trip from New York to London, Paris, and Rome, returning to New York from Rome. First, choose whether to build your trip with international air or not. If you choose to include air, then choose whether you want to book a trip returning to the origin city or returning to a different city. Begin typing your destination, then choose from the pop-up list. You can add as many destinations as you like, selecting dates for each destination. Here, we're going to add our additional destinations. We're flying from New York, and our destinations are London, Paris, and Rome. We've chosen the number of guests, and now it's time to click Search. The system will now search an extensive aggregation of online providers' rates and availability, and it will present you with the best available options. Here are the results. You'll see multiple tabs for a variety of options at the top. Transportation, including flights, rail, ferry, etc. Hotels, activities, transfers, and rental cars. The first tab is Transportation. Here we can select our outbound flight from the USA to the first destination. Filter by various options like airport, ticket class, number of stops, or airline. Select the flight, and once we picked our flight from New York to London, we move on to our next destination. To get from London to Paris, we have air and rail options. We're going to choose rail and then select the one we want. Click the details link to see more information about each option. Notice as we choose our transportation options, they show up on the right-hand side. We can see what we've selected for each segment of the trip, as well as the segments we still need to select options for. For our Paris to Rome leg, we want to choose a low-cost option, so we choose EasyJet and sort by price to see the least expensive tickets available for this day. Finally, we pick our return flight from Rome to New York. There are multiple options here, and again, we can click the details link to see more information about the flight, such as baggage fees. We'll select our flight to complete the transportation section and click Next to go on to the next section. Now it's time to choose our hotels in each destination. Our database contains nearly 1 million properties worldwide, but our product managers have curated a selection of preferred hotels that provide quality and value. However, you're not restricted to this selection and can choose any available hotel in our system. By default, the system will show 4-star or higher hotels in all price ranges, but you can adjust this according to your needs. Click the numbers below to go to the next page of listings. Click the Rooms tab to find more information on the different room options available at that hotel and to select a specific type of room. Here, you'll find the most competitive rates available at that moment for each different room type at the hotel from every provider in our system. If you don't select a specific room type and just click Add, the system will automatically select the lowest priced room available. If you don't need accommodations in any destination, for example, if you are staying with family or have booked an Airbnb, simply skip those and proceed to the next section. After choosing hotels, click Next to add activities. Here you can select from a wide variety of activities, including small group sightseeing, private touring, local experiences, and much more. You can choose one activity, multiple activities, or none depending on your needs. Choose the date and time of your activities. These can always be modified later if needed. Click Get Price and then select to add it to your itinerary. Select other activities for other destinations if desired. Here, we're going to add an Eiffel Tower skip-the-line admission and Seine River cruise. We'll follow the same procedure, get price, and then select to add it to our itinerary. Now that we're done, we'll go back up and click Next to proceed to the transfer section. Here, you can add transfer services from the airport or train station to your hotel or other location, and vice versa. Select the desired transfer, then fill in the time for the departure, as well as the flight information if applicable. Click Select to add it to your itinerary, then go back to the top when you're finished and click Next to go to the next section. The fifth tab is for car rentals. Scroll through a list of options in each destination and select the one that fits your needs. When you click Select, you'll also be able to choose any additional services like child car seats, ski racks, or Wi-Fi. Click Select to add the car to your itinerary. You can filter by car type, number of doors, rental car company, and even specific model of car. If If you don't need any car rentals, simply skip this section by clicking Next to proceed to the summary. Finally, the Summary tab. On the right side of the screen, you'll see the final total cost and bundle savings, as well as all of the services that you selected, sorted by destination, date, and time. Here you can edit any of your choices or go back to each section to add or remove any services. When you've created your trip, you'll automatically receive a mini website with all the information for your itinerary. Let's walk through the mini website and see what it contains. First, you'll find an overview of your entire trip with a brief summary of each day, including flights, transfers, hotels, and activities, as well as a map of your destinations. It's a good way to get a bird's eye view of your trip. You'll also see a summary of the total price at the top. Next, let's go to the Destinations tab. Here, you'll find more in-depth information about each of your destinations. To the left are tabs with each destination on your itinerary. Click on each one to find a wealth of information about the city in different categories. You'll find general information, things to do, dining and entertainment options, shopping highlights, other tourist information, and further suggested activities. Now we'll look at flights, which contains all of the information for all of the flights booked on this trip. After that is hotels. Here is all of the hotel information for your trip: hotel location, check-in times, a map of the hotel location, and more details about each hotel. Now we'll go to Activities, which has a summary of all the activities you've selected from your trip. Here you'll find sightseeing tours as well as transfers and rail travel. Next, the Itinerary tab contains your entire detailed itinerary, day by day, from arrival to departure. Finally, the Accounting tab includes all of the practical information about your trip, including a list of travelers, breakdown of costs, due dates, and a link to make online payments. You can also choose additional options at the top, like generating a PDF or customizing and sharing your itinerary. Travel agents can add a company logo, or families might want to add a family photo before using the Share Itinerary option to send to others. Simply add the name, an email address, and a short message if you'd like, and click Send. Now you're all set and ready to enjoy an unforgettable vacation.